This reading is focusing on how your ego could be protecting you and how could it be limiting you. So the ego is part of us that shapes our identity. It gives us confidence and protection, but it also can limit us with fear, control and comparison. So with the Oracle card Action Reaction, if you look at the image, there is so much going on. Waves crashing everywhere, jellyfish floating, which is all about the flow, going with the flow. But it's like you're overwhelmed inside, wanting to scream or escape, unsure what to do. And the message with this card is that reaction is an instant, almost impulsive response to something happening, while action is conscious decision made after consideration. Reactions are mostly triggered by emotions, whereas actions are determined after logically thinking. So the emotional brain versus the thinking brain. Sometimes it's actually difficult to tell the two apart. And this card really encourages you to reflect on how you respond in triggering situations. Are you in control of your response or not? And if not, it may help you to pause when you're feeling triggered, using both your emotions and your logic to find the appropriate response. And to be honest, I think you are with the Strength card being here. Well, you're learning to anyways. But yeah, ask yourself, is your initial thought accurate? Do you really need to do anything at all? Because reacting too quickly can actually often lead to regret. Once the emotions have passed and you see the damage done, the lesson here really is to find ways to be less reactive. Now with the Strength card, and that's how your ego is protecting you. The Strength card is all about really the ego. The lion is the ego, the wild, the untamed part that can cause chaos, damage and regret if not balanced. And the woman represents the higher self, the gentleness, the patience, the self-mastery. She shows discipline, calmness and compassion. And every day, we're actually called into the Strength energy, facing our fears, overcoming challenges, handling anxieties, staying determined and disciplined. And I feel like your ego is actually really protecting you here, because it's instead of letting it run wild, you are learning to be kind to yourself, to practice self-control and to master your responses. You're giving yourself courage and resilience without aggression. You're finding inner peace rather than domination. That's a true self-mastery. So the ways that your ego could be limiting you is the Six of Cups. Okay, the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, it's about childhood, it's about inner child healing. But yeah, the ego, I feel that the ego keeps you stuck in old stories instead of growth. So for example, if you were always told growing up that you're stupid, you might unconsciously still believe it, and you kind of block yourself from even trying because of those old experiences or comments or connections that have affected you or hurt your ego. So your ego actually really wants to keep you safe from repeating pain, so it clings to what's familiar, even if it is limiting. And as well, like childhood patterns and past wounds are carried forward, shaping how you see yourself today, definitely. Your ego holds you in the past out of fear of repeating mistakes, fear of being hurt again, fear of change. But the truth is, you've grown, my darling. You are more than capable of handling challenges and achieving what you want. The ego thinks it's protecting your inner child, who is scared and doesn't want to doesn't want to experience pain. But now, with awareness, you can thank your ego for trying to protect you while still choosing to step in the present and move towards the future. You're doing really well, my darling. I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.